Welcome to Rose City, the after show, the podcast where we dive into the world of the popular novel Rose City by author Karina Q. In each episode, we will be discussing a different aspect of the book, from the complex characters to the intricate plot twists and everything in between. Check out Rose City on Kindle Vella to stay up to date as we explore unique perspectives and insights on the story. Thank you so much for joining us, and we're about to get into it, but we have a little icebreaker question this morning. And the icebreaker question this morning is for you ladies. What do you listen to when you're trying to hype yourself up?
Hype up for what? Like
anything, whatever you need a little extra energy for.
No, it could be like a fight. It could be a shopping trip. It could be. I have so many different playlists. It's like hype. Gosh.
When you want to feel like you're that girl.
Like if I'm feeling pretty.
If you feel like I'm that bee today, like what you doing? What you listening to?
What are you listening to?
Baby. Yeah, when I want to feel like, what I'm saying, I'm trying to be her. Definitely, you can never go wrong with that Megan Thee Stallion, a little Nicki Minaj. And then also my girls from Memphis, K Carbon, Slimeroni, Gorilla, Aliza, my girls from Memphis, they really ride out, you know what I mean? So anytime I turn my girls from Memphis on, it's a party. So, you know what I'm saying? When I want to feel like I'm her, yeah, I'm listening to my Memphis girls. I'm listening to Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, somebody like that, because they really get me going. I be like, because I'm her.
Right. All right.
Go ahead, ladies.
Well, I'm going to say, since we're on that twist, because, I'm going to say, like, Little Scrappy and Trillville and all that. And then you guys are like, because I listen to a little bit of Fred Hammond and CeCe Winans.
No, you know that. Well, I'm not listening to Fred Hammond.
Always the ghetto one. But see, I know about those, though. I know about it. So I've heard that gospel, too. She said Nicki Minaj. I'm like Team Cardi. Cardi's my girl. So Cardi.
Yeah, I like her, but
okay. Well, you know what? I don't like Doja Cat. So there you go.
Yeah, you don't like Doja Cat. No, I mean I like Cardi's, but man, you know what I'm saying? I love female rappers who really bust out bars like on the spot. I'm not a rapper. I can rap with them. But they're like, I love Nicki's wordplay. That girl be messing up some words. Also, Megan, those women, they are true lyricists. Like their wordplay is off the Richter. And I'm just like, people don't really give it up to female rappers the way that they should. But they really are out here being real tough on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Taking whole families out, and I'm here for it. What about you, Kyrie? What you listen to, baby?
Well, my current hype music is a lady. Her name is Tony Jones, and she has this album called Affirmations for Grown Ass Women. And I mean, it's like they're really good beats. I shared some of the songs with you, Karina. So anytime I'm feeling down or just trying to pump myself up, check her out. She's really dope, and it's like a really dope beat with affirmations to it. So you can. I mean,
she be talking her mess though, like
and she just makes
she on that street stuff, like she on that street stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about her.
Yeah, she makes you feel like and remind you of the goddess that you truly are. So I really that's my go-to.
Definitely. Was that one of the songs that you sent me last week?
Mm-hmm.
I think it might have been Lady Ace.
Oh yeah, Lady Ace is good too. She does manifestation.
Yeah, honey. And I'm talking about when I was like, that beat? Are we trapping? What are we doing with that beat? I was like, I like it. It's kind of music I like to listen to. So I'm like, if you could add, any type of positive affirmations while we still talking about you being that chick, I'm all here for it. So yeah, that's what I like to listen to. And you know what? It used to be a time because, growing up the way we grew up, she talking about some Fred Hammond and all that, like gospel artists. Like that's only like type of music we were like allowed to listen to. But as I've gotten older, I always listen to my music because I was gonna listen to my music. We was always gonna listen to our music even though we wasn't supposed to. Yeah, but I just feel like growing up, I've really kind of been like, I'm finding my own style of music, and it might be a little ratchet, it might be a little hood for people, but like I grew up listening to that anyway. So but I'm proud about it now. Like, it used to be a time I was like, I don't want anybody to know that I like these trap songs, you know? And now it's like, I'll have that garage door open and I'm listening to and I wish somebody would be like, well, that's a little saucy, isn't it? Because I'm saucy. You feel me? So no, I used to, because the way we were raised, it was always like, you just don't, you present yourself, basically hide who you are, put on a mask. And then when you're out, when you're outside, wear your mask. And then inside, when all the doors and the windows are closed, and the curtains are pulled back, then be yourself. That's living fake for me. I'm going to be who I'm going to be. And if it makes some people be like, oh, that's okay, because I'm not for you, so it's all right. But I just really want to embrace like my style of music and the things I want to listen to. Because I listen to it all. Like literally, I listen to it all. But that's just some music that really gets me going. So. Ladies, what were your thoughts on chapter 27? And now it begins.
I don't know. If like when it's not like a tease. I'm trying to think of the word. Like, of course, I wanted to keep going. Like, I was like, oh, it's like right there. It's like, oh, it's about to happen. And I was like, oh, here we go, another cliffhanger. Brother Chan he going through it, ain't he?
Brother Chan.
Yeah, he even laid the kiss on her and everything, and she still, didn't say anything and let the elevator doors close. I'm like, oh, Brother Chan. Oh, the reappearance of Krista Barista had me dying.
Yeah.
I told y'all.
Folks.
I said he took that too easy. That let down from like the first or second episode. I said, no, he been in love with her, and then he's just okay. Oh yeah, okay, have a good life. No, I knew that D-Ro was coming back. I knew it.
He was coming back with a vengeance.
With a vengeance, isn't he beating up himself? Okay,
you're crazy when you fight yourself.
When you fight yourself. So yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever have those crazy kids that would do that? Like when they got in trouble, they would start hitting themselves.
My brother.
You say your brother?
Yeah, Darian, when he used to get in trouble, he'll sit there. He would look at my mom after getting a whooping. He would like scratch his face and like scratch himself or punch himself.
No, absolutely not.
I'm like, now you're going to get another whooping for that stupidness, because Heidi didn't play none of that. So, yeah, but my brother did that. He'd beat himself up when he got mad or when he got a whooping or something like that when he was little.
I think I tried to attempt to tell my mom, I'll hurt myself. I was like 7 or 8. She was like, oh, okay, come back over here. I was like, no! Girl, I got worked again. You would watch things on TV and it would give you a false illusion of what you could get away with at home.
Right.
But my mother's black, honey, and she wasn't doing none of that. Yeah, I tried to tell I was going to hurt myself. She's like, and if you hurt yourself, then I'm going to hurt you. And I'm like, how does that work if I've already been hurt twice? The third time?
That's the energy my dad was on. Like, go ahead, and then I'm gonna beat your ass when you're done. And then with my mom, she's like, "Oh no, you're not gonna be doing none of that." So I think watching stuff when we saw stuff on TV and they would like,
we tried it.
No, because I learned it from you, and then walk away and shit. And I'm like, "Oh,
I got in trouble so many times trying to mimic what I saw on television.
On TV.
There was an episode of Full House where I think it was Stephanie, and she told her parents, like, so her mom was dead, but the dad and the uncle was like, stop fighting, shut up. And I tried it, and babe, my daddy came up over that table. I was like, never again. Yeah, you can't try that type of Caucasian materials on black parents. My daddy came across that table. He was like, I'll kill you. And I was like, it's the growl for me, sir. He growled at me. I was like, oh, never try this again.
I'm like, oh, Lord, Elray. He's a
my dad was witness, okay?
I remember when I came home from school and told my mom, my teacher said that you're supposed to respect me too. My mom was like, were you going to pack your bags and go live with your teacher then? I was like, what? What? I can't live here?
My mom
these teachers are getting these kids messed up.
Right.
Like, that doesn't work at black households. That doesn't work for us. Yes, honey. So my thoughts on chapter 27. It was a lot going on. Chan took Malia. So after they left Malia's parents' house, he was like, hey, you want to have a little nightcap? And so she was like, I'm here for it. So he took her to a nice little restaurant. They had a nice little time. He was going to drop her back off at her parents' house to pick up her car, but she had too much to drink. And I'm like, Malia, a little bit of an alcoholic, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because she had to put her drink down at the table. She's like, I think I'm having too much. Then she goes home and runs a bath, and then's like, I'm going to give me some white wine and a bath. I'm like, didn't you just say you had too much to drink? Because you already drank at your parents' house. Now you drank with him. Now you're going home and you're drinking again. So we're going to get her little intervention, praise God.
A Whitney Houston moment. Be found in the tub.
Oh my God, no. That's a Whitney Houston moment. You have to be careful. But you do have to be careful.
Too soon.
She's been passed away since 2011. She said,
right. Praise God. Praise God.
You know what the thing is? That dying that way is really, really common. People die in the bathtub all the time. So
yeah,
you have a pill, and you just kind of, you just ease out of here. So yeah, it's really, really dangerous. So you got to be really, really careful. And she did have a lot of alcohol, I think, that night. And so, anyways, he took her home. And, the ambiance was right, baby. They was looking at each other at that elevator, but it was just like, bye as the door closed. And then Chan was like, okay, still no invite up. But see, I have feelings about this because I'm like, y'all need to really kind of step it up a little bit, because he could have been like, can I come upstairs? And she could, what I'm saying? Like, if she's not going to pull the trigger, somebody bow, let's go. Like, somebody do what needs to be done.
About this playful banter going back and forth. I mean, the conversation is there. The everything is there. And then all of a sudden, when it's time to get down with the get down, everybody's scared.
Everybody's freezing. To be honest, like I talk so much junk, but I'd probably like, because it's so new, and I'm gonna get to some of that, like, with some of my thoughts about that as well. And this is like Malia's first time dating, like, as an adult woman. You know what I'm saying? I think that's some of what the problem is here, because when her and Mike dated, they were younger. They were, teenagers going into their early 20s. And now she's in her late 20s, and she's dating again. And it's different to date from being a teenager to being a grown woman. So your perspectives are different. You're like, because I'm like, honey, when you get past like 35, you'd be like, okay, so this is what we're going to be doing tonight, sir. And you don't have to play with it no more, because you're not on this, shouldn't I, what? No, baby, like, you really know who you are, and you like, this is what we're doing. You're going to come upstairs. Mm-hmm. You can stay at least until 6, but you got to, just play. Curious, like, what? I haven't done it. I'm just thinking in my mind, if I had to, he would have to be really, really special, because I am just not going to be inviting everybody upstairs. But I don't plan on getting a divorce. So obviously I'll be inviting my husband. You can come back to the bed tonight because you got kicked out or something.
Yeah, you know what? Like, you guys could do that. If I was still married, I'd be like, let's just act like we don't know each other, and we're going to go and like date, and I may invite you in, or you may have to go stay in the hotel tonight.
We've talked about that. I'm really down for some role playing. We've talked about it.
It'd be fun.
Yeah. Showing up at 2 different places. So, little side story real quick. We kind of like did this like little role playing thing one time. We did it a few times actually. And I had like a whole nother personality, because I'm crazy anyway. And I had a whole nother name. And the fool gonna ask me, because he had a different name too. And he gonna say, I was just asking a question because I wanted to know, did you like him better than me? I died. I was like, he is you. What are you talking about? He's like, I don't know. It's just, I just want to know, like, did you like him better than like the me, like the real me? Or I was like, this is why I'm never going to do this with you again, because my husband goes really like deep into the emotional, mental aspect of things. And it's like, well, I just want to make sure that you're not falling more in love with that other guy. What do you mean the other guy? Girl, edit this junk out. I'm sorry.
No, don't edit it out. I'm making faces because this guy is outside raking, girl, and he came all up to the window. He's like, and he's looking in my window.
You want to look inside?
Girl, like,
those people love to look at you on Tuesdays. They love to look at you on Tuesdays.
Blinds like rolled down, but partially up, over the air conditioner thing. And I mean,
he's like, she's sitting downstairs again.
Because I got the ring light on, and so I know it looks different. But I see him every Tuesday.
Honestly, if you got some OnlyFans action going on.
Hey, subscribe.
I was going to say the same thing.
He's back.
Subscribe today.
Subscribe.
She's back again, girl. That's a mess.
I'll see him.
That's such a hot mess. So yeah, what we see. Go ahead. Let me turn this up a little bit. No, I was saying, so what we've seen here, a lot of stuff going on, and she didn't invite him up. He didn't ask to come up. They just kind of let it go. He said he was going to call her. Malia waits around for 2 hours. She didn't get on the phone with Wendy. She didn't get on the phone with Eva, and they are just like laughing and talking. But she's really irritated now because he said he was going to call when he got home. Baby, it's been 2 hours. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, why am I waiting? You know? So she's like, F it, I'm going to go and get into the shower or the bathtub. Because her friends were like, you really should have invited him up. Wendy was like, girl, you should have just gave it to him to the point where he couldn't walk tomorrow. Like, you should have put it on him, right? But yeah, that's what Wendy was saying. You know, Wendy, that's my girl. Because Wendy and I be thinking alike. Yeah, I mean, he going to have to call in to work. He's sick tomorrow. We got round 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm just gonna put it out there. We got round.
As to why he wouldn't be able to walk. Like, I understand a woman.
Oh no, because I'm gonna try my best to kill that bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She said, "What are you gonna do?" I'm gonna put it on him, babe. I'm gonna put that thing on him. You
because I know why women can't walk when they get the.
No, I'm gonna make it so he can't walk.
How is it that he can't walk? Like, what's going on?
I'm gonna put it on him. He's gonna be like, "This was an experience. This was extravaganza." We're gonna put that work in. Leave him limping. See, this is what happens when we have like a little break from the podcast. When we come back, not you guys. I'm a whole savage. So, her friends are kind of teasing her and everything. And she gets annoyed. She gets off the phone, gets into the bathtub. Chan calls and they just have this little talk. And he says he's going to pick her up the next day. He picks her up. Her mother and father are on the window. You know, Frank is losing himself. But like, really, what can he do? So that's really the recap. But you got to read the story. It gets really funny. All those moments where Malia and Chan are going back and forth and she's talking junk and he's talking mess and her friends are a whole vibe. Like, I'm here for the conversation between the ladies. So that was that.